This is the fence that more than a dozen inmates scaled and jumped over on their way to freedom. But now they're far from free. There's this large tree behind me, almost completely on its side. You can see those roots coming up from the ground. I already have my blanket here in my car with me. The smell of smoke is thick in the air this morning, and it is windy out. And firefighters say these windy conditions have not helped them control the blaze. Picture this. You get a call and the person on the other line says they're a sergeant with the Yakima County Sheriff's Office. Police say the victims weren't gang members, but just happened to be wearing some blue clothes, like a Dodgers baseball cap. I've only been outside here for a couple of minutes and I'm already definitely noticing a difference in that poor air quality. Instead of traditional pictures on their wedding day, they plan to use their original photographer for a post-wedding shoot later in the fall. Former Jet and current Seahawk Jamal Adams got some revenge on his old team. Adams set the single-season record for sacks by a defensive back with 8.5. The LSU Tigers went on the road and pulled off an upset win with an unusual ending against the number 6 ranked Florida Gators. All tied up at 34 with just 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Florida was able to stop LSU's Cole Taylor on 3rd and 10, but then take a look at this video. Florida's Marco Wilson grabbed Taylor's cleat and threw it down the field. That earned Florida an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, giving LSU a 15-yard gain and a first down. LSU's kicker Cade York went on to make a 57-yard field goal, giving the Tigers a 37-34 lead with just 23 seconds left and sealing their victory. It definitely paid off today. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Rams are up 6-3 in the second, 1st and 10. Jared Goff throws the ball. Oh, it's picked off. Quandre Diggs catches it, makes it Seattle's ball before running and being brought down not until the 35-yard line. That makes it tied 6-6, start the third. Russell rolls out, launches the ball down the field. That's to David Moore for a beautiful catch. That will set up a first down for the Seahawks. And then Russ keeps it a few minutes later and, runs it in for another 6 on the board for the Seahawks. Extra point makes it 13-6. Then Rams have a chance to tie, but the Seahawks defense says no way. The Seahawks get the ball back another time, and one more touchdown, Hollister in the end zone. That's going to make the final score 20-9 for the Seahawks, and they win the game and they win the West. Gordon Blossom is not the average hunter.
I always said, well, I'm growing old. Now I changed that. I am old.
He's nearly 104. And he's been hunting for almost a century. He says he loves the outdoors.
I think I was 10 years old when my folks bought me a .22 single shot.
He says the shells for the gun cost about 15 cents at the time.
In those days, a dime would get you a pretty good meal.
So his parents made him work for the money.
I think it was 5 rabbits that I had to get with each box of shells before they'd give me 15 cents to get another box.
Ever since then, Gordon has been hunting and achieving the goals he sets for himself. He has shot 3 elk in the last 4 years.
I just love to hunt.
I asked him why he loves it so much.
Seems like every time you go, there's something unexpected or something that makes you feel good.
Gordon says he loves life.
That's it.
And looks forward to each day.
It's just nice to be alive.
He says the secret to living a long life is having good friends.
Make friends and have friends. And once you get a friend, keep them.
In Thorpe, Madison Brown, Action News. John Trudeau has been retired for 21 years, but he still works 7 days a week.
I like to help people.
He works as a volunteer driver for the American Red Cross.
He's amazing.
John is one of the volunteers that take your blood donations to hospitals in our region, where they'll save lives. He tells Action News he drops off blood to local hospitals up to 3 times a day, even on holidays, and he never makes a dime.
I don't care what day it is. I'll work any day.
He says each delivery takes him about an hour from start to finish. Lisa Dyer with the Yakima Red Cross says volunteers like John are so important to saving lives.
They have routes that they run 7 days a week, and they show up here and deliver that blood.
The bag of blood that you donate here in the Valley, after it goes to the Portland Processing Center, may come right back here to the Yakima Donation Center. And from there, volunteers like John deliver that blood to 22 hospitals in eastern Washington and Oregon.
We store it and then we distribute it to all of those hospitals.
Rosie packs up your blood to be delivered. Then volunteers come by to pick it up every day whenever the hospitals need it.
They call me, I can get here fast. And they need an emergency blood run, I can do it, and I'm happy to do it.
Action News got to go on one of the blood runs with John. He loads your blood into his Red Cross van, hops in, and heads over to Virginia Mason Memorial. There, he delivers it to their blood bank in Yakima.
Being the only hospital in town now, we get a majority of the local traumas. We have a system in place to be able to get product to the emergency room and to the patients as quickly as possible.
John, who has volunteered with the Red Cross for over 6 years, says driving your blood donations is a fun way for him to keep busy and help people at the same time.
They're doing me a favor and I'm doing them a favor.
He says he has delivered blood to most of the hospitals in our region.
I've been to Memorial hundreds of times, hundreds.
Helping patients at Virginia Mason Memorial runs in John's family.
My daughter works in the OR, and so they're the ones that use this blood, that I bring in.
John says he plans to keep driving, delivering, and helping save lives for as long as he can.
I hope to be doing this for a while yet. I don't want to quit. I'm not ready to give this up, even though I'm getting up there a ways, that's for sure.